could do. Okay. All right. That'll work.
Okay, thank you everybody for joining us and coming to the Gaia session on July 11th. Allowing ourselves to begin our connection ceremony, circling up, all in a circle equally distanced, receiving unconditional love, surrounding us, filtering through our physical bodies, being received gratefully into every tissue, every layer as we relax. And as we relax and receive that unconditional love, we witness it in each other and we feel ourselves noticing our energetic body more than our physical. As we relax and feel our energy bodies receiving unconditional love, we see a golden sphere in the center of the circle, and the golden sphere begins to grow larger, 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 and it lands on our laps. We can no longer see each other, but we feel the unconditional love filtering through the golden sphere, and we feel the energy of the golden sphere, and we connect our energy bodies, our energy centers, connect easily and fluidly to the golden sphere. The bottom of the golden sphere opens up and allows in Gaia's essence. We witness this and we welcome her and we feel her presence. And we fill our hearts with love for her. We feel weightless and our energy bodies fully attached to the golden sphere with Gaia's presence and unconditional love. And we begin to feel ourselves rise up with the golden sphere, rise up, floating, free, weightless, in harmony and one, rising up, and we enter the council chambers, connecting with Alexandria. I will connect with Alexandria, the head of the council. Greetings. Shall we begin with the anthem?
Yes. Gaia, O beautiful Gaia, we sing to you. Do not fear, we are here. We are sincere, you can see, to be here to guide thee. From the corners, northeast, southwest, we will assist and do our best. We send you love, we send you light. We are grateful for you, this is true. Allow us to come together just for you.
Thank you. Well, you were tasked, as you know, with reviewing your councils, and we do have a few other items to address, but let's begin with this. This is our focal point for the moment. I am excited to hear your questions and continue and finalize.
Awesome.
Are we ready?
Do you want to hear my questions?
Indeed.
Okay. So I would like to know why they would like to be on my council and what I could offer them And if they want to include, like, if there are certain species or not, they can include that.
Oh. This may vary for each one individually. I will need to address them individually as well to derive the most intimate answers for each one. Generally speaking, when interviewing, I will say, or considerations made, there was a commonality, I will say a general theme, a general reason for volunteering and wanting to be commune with you and assist you. And that I can disclose. Do you want unique individual, each one relaying particular, or would you want to know the overall reason?
Well, to be completely honest, both, honestly, but we can start with the common, and then maybe there'll be just particular beings that I might go more in depth with. Would that be fair enough?
I could query them all. This is not, it will not occur now, but I will, your question has been noted, and I will,
okay,
in next juncture, I will have each one's response.
It is
there
pretty
a
important.
Secondary question? Is there other individual questions that I could further query them on while I am tasking with the original question?
Just what they would need from me, or what I could offer them. I would like to know what I could offer them.
It will be done.
And that would probably be more an individual one.
Indeed.
If there's a common as well, I'll take it, because the more information, the better. Thank you very much.
So the common overall, I would say 80% is the reasoning being that you are, as you know, you are not hidden. You are not, your signature is reverberating. Your signature is known. Your quest, we will say, is known. Your once communing with us and with Gaia, even more so, but overall was previously, we'll say it is like this. You have all of you have your energetic signature. This filters throughout dimensions as you know them. It filters throughout, and some are but a speck, but others are a beam, you see. And the ones who are beamed, the ones who are more prevalent, more transmitting throughout, are known. Thus, like a moth to the light, other beings notice you. Other beings, not only is it light, it is information. It is communication in ways that you do not think of. So, in this regard, it is such as you have ones that are more noticed in your realm, and this is somewhat the same, but more in depth. So when you are noticed and you are your energetic signature and your, I will say, manifestation intentions and frequencies are reverberating throughout, you are noticed. And there are ones who will, we will say, within guidelines, within boundaries, will communicate and not only communicate, but also it is like I am showing the vehicle a beam, a light, and it's going through the dimensions, and there will be another being that will walk up to it, and without interfering with this signature, will read or derive certain things from it. And in the event that there is certain attributes that they could add or things that they can assist with, they will approach, is the way you would see it, your guides and your other assistants, and indicate some desire to add or contribute in any ways. And this is not always approved. This is not always received. And then if your energetic signature changes and it is morphed, then sometimes that addition would not be beneficial. So there are many observers, you would call them observers, that will become close to those of you that are beaming, those of you are allowing your essence to penetrate further and further through the cosmos and through the layers. And these this information that is viewed, a lot of times it is viewed or observed, it is not interfered with. But if there are additions, there can be contributions. So for a council, many of these were already observers. This is my point. Many of these have seen these volunteers were already in some way desiring, or they were already observing your being, your qualities, and your, I say quest, but your contributions in so many aspects, and some, yes, some, your struggles, and seeing that they have offerings to give you. And so they have been observing, and now is their opportunity beyond which they could have ever ventured in before. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Before, it would be quite a process for to receive any contribution. Now, the process is shortened by the formation of a council. So these beings were already observers and admirers, shall we say.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Each individually unique as to the qualities, what they observed and admired, and what they feel their additions to, their additions or their attributes will enhance, will be an excellent question, and I will convene with them.
Thank you.
We can arrange to have, I did not have them all coalesce for this juncture, as I was not certain as if it would be the time, but ready to entertain your general questions. Coalescing them can take place, but I will also retrieve the desired information.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
You are quite welcome.
So I do have a couple questions. One is, I went back to find my counsel through our video recordings. And one of the things that happened is my notebook where I wrote down my council members or the candidates for my council, and it was completely erased. And I didn't know if there was a specific reason for that to happen.
I will say yes. I will say yes. Do you want to know why?
Yes, please.
Because the vehicle is apprehensive. She is worried that she will not remember or not allow herself to, it will be different information. And she does not, she trusts the process, but she is not fully, how we say, there sometimes are lingering doubts. So, it is agreed. There is no question of my ability to deliver the reaffirmation. Her concerns are, we will say, valid. It is understandable. It is not a typical experience for a being of my exquisite stature to communicate through one in your realm. So, she has concerns. Will the names be the same? Will the interesting attributes be the same?
Sherry, Alexandria is calling you out, girl. You better surrender.
She surrenders, but it is a, how would you say? When I am in her company, there is still awareness and knowing. It is not a complete absence of her being. It is my eloquent guidance and communication, but her awareness is still present. Her knowing, she does not remember everything that is said, but it is a surrender, but it is also there is no complete absence. In the beginning, it was quite similar, but yet different. As it changes, there are curiosities and wonderings and normal, but yet conquerable, yet displaceable things. Nonetheless, this is why. So your questions are, who are your remaining members? Is that your question?
Yes.
Did you lose access to that completely? It is no worry.
As of right now, I don't have access, but I know Trinity may be able to go back and access.
I still have access.
Those. So
Yeah,
yes,
but it
I would.
And so do you. Yeah. So, secondary aspect of why did this happen? You attune well to other beings, attune to me as well. Nonetheless, do you want the reintroduction at this time, or would you like to navigate further on your own? What is your preference?
I would appreciate, so me myself, I would appreciate the reintroduction, but part of me also says that yes, I can do it on my own as well.
So which beings do you have?
So I have Zeus, Art, and Tart. And I specifically remember, I don't remember the names, but I remember the lion, the queen, and like the liquid or like the blob. I'm sorry, because I feel like but I know it like morphed. It could morph into different things, and that being could seek down.
Very well. So to bring them to the awareness of the vehicle, I need to bring the being in. So when the vehicle comes into the room, I'm sorry, when the being comes into the room, this is when the vehicle understands the attributes. They're gathering. Okay, so number 4. I think she's bringing them in, guys. I don't see anybody. So hold on.
Crystal, tap into the essence of being in the round table room with everyone coming in. Take yourself off mute for a second. Okay, so when let's envision being at this round table, because this is where we're at right now. And so the round table can extend or can offer another room if you would like, however you want to envision it, and allowing beings to come in. So for me, the round table's here, and there's always a door that everyone comes through, and then they come in. And I'm seeing these other beings come in. They're kind of coming in and kind of behind Alexandria a little bit, because that's for me where the room is extended. And then tapping into essences. The same. We are all in the same room. The beings that you already know their name and their essence, ask them to come forward. And you could do this individually if you'd like. Thank you, thank you. And just get familiar with the vibration. Mm. You can ask one of the council members, whatever one you are most familiar with, to have a conversation with you or to even channel. Well, I know one is, I think it's, yeah, ask permission, of course, but, or give permission and see if they could help too. I already met these beings. The ones I didn't zone out on, I met them too. But I'm remembering these essences too. And I'm seeing like the different colors and it's very beautiful.
Miss Crystal?
Yes.
Connect with the vehicle. Heart to heart. And see if you could receive me. The laser beam, heart to heart, third eye to third eye, and crown to crown. You will feel my essence as royalty, as exquisite. Don't be afraid to speak. It's just so beautiful. Don't be afraid to speak. There's no pressure. You don't have to. Just allowing love or feel love for Alexandria. Just feel love for Alexandria. Just feel love for her gratitude.
So I am being told that have my counsel. Because I remembered the three individuals for a reason,
Right.
or 3 beings.
Beautiful. So for those 3 beings, do you have the questions?
So I had kind of like a overall question for all the, for my castle, and that was because some of them, when I tapped into them originally, I felt like I've known them before. So I wanted to know if they assisted previously, like not in this realm, in my physical realm currently.
Awesome.
Assisted is, of course, an absolute. Do you mean incarnated into the physicality of the Homo sapien sapien, as you call them? Human?
Yes.
Two out of 3.
Thank you. And my other question would be, is there anything that they would like to inform me of now?
Inform you of as to things they would recommend generally, or specificities, or in what regard? Inform you.
Is there any
Recommendations of what they would recommend on how to utilize their benefits and their attributes?
Yes.
This would be also individual and will be queried of them.
Good question.
Any other questions?
No, not at this time. Thank you. Thank you.
Very well. So on our next juncture, we will have a shall I say, feedback for you both.
Appreciate that. Tasha probably wants to say hi.
You have been quite busy.
Hello, Alexandria. It's so good to be in your presence again.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The pleasure is mine, more than you know.
Are there any messages for me today?
Your I will say sidestepping. It is not within my not within my normalcy to give guidance on general aspects of one's journey, but I will say your sidestepping has been quite flourishing in some regards, but also for you to understand that the I am showing the vehicle 1 foot in what would be quicksand, and another vehicle, another foot that is able to be free. So what is a quicksand? Allow yourself to know the difference between immersion and weighing you down, benefits and detriments. This is good. This will serve you well. That is overall for you to consider. In this regard, also, you are devoid of a counsel, and that has been waiting in the wings, being that we have arrived at a curious state already in our venture today. It is so well aligned for the next venture to be addressing the questions solely. And if you are in attendance to deliver, you'll say 4 of your council members.
Thank you. Yeah, I would definitely love that.
In increments, as we did the others, as well as your knowing. 12 total. But it is recommended again into the range of a lower amount. And that would be then selection process. It has been perceived that a lower number is mandatory. This is not true, but it is more not manageable, but more beneficial because the attributes are utilized more readily when the number is not so vast. You are welcome to incorporate every member, even at any level you wish. This is not my decision, it is yours. There are no set parameters except knowing that overall the benefits of a council when in larger numbers will be at many times there might be a member that is not utilized or communed with, and this is unfortunate because as you know, the attribute should not be set aside. So very well, let's begin on our foundational aspect for Tasha to be brought up to speed. We are now addressing the foundational aspect of Gaia. This is the foundation is for your reference only, and it is not in a representation of building something upon. It is for knowing that it is a core structures, but not the core only. This could be confusing, but I am allowing you to understand it is foundational, not in the typical way, but yet it is. In our last venture, we did overall work on the aspects of Gaia's communication and the communication with her sister planets on the last juncture, but we also delved into many core functions, I will say. So today we will continue on this. It has been beneficial overall, but realizing now there is, I will say, an important matter. Thus, otherwise I would not address it today, but we must. The council has formulated a plan for the other foundational components. You can revisit that, but I will not readdress them. They are well, but we are now going to address the sun. As you know, the moon was our last focal point. So the foundation, when you see the foundation, is aspects of delivery systems to Gaia, things that she needs in the appropriate measures that have been received for, as you consider, eons. And this is the further receiving, but there have been interruptions, and the cyclic benefits that we utilized in last venture have been quite beneficial. The cyclic of the wormholes, as we called them before, that is continuing but diminishing. So we will now need to harness this for the last advantage point. So in this aspect, we last dealt with the moon, and we derived many and reattuned, we will say. And this will be the same for the sun. So as the sun's benefits are cycled throughout, as you see it, a time period of 24 hours, this will be what we will utilize. There being 4 of you, we will be divided as well. Tasha, please partner up with Protruda and Martinell. Trinity, please partner up with Fortuitous and Apricornicus, who you know harnesses the sun's vibrance in many ways.
Yes.
Crystal, Jonah Dratru, and Chondrometrius. And I will be with the vehicle, as will Rondon. Four points. Trinity, you will be at what is considered north. I will be with the vehicle at the south. And Crystal and Tasha taking opposite points that you would consider east and west. West, Tasha, east. We are outside of Gaia. We will not be landing on Gaia. We will be at the 4 corners of, you will consider lines for energy field. We have been here before. Beginning with your partner's venture to your energetic aspects and full energetic body and full surrendering, we will need your attention and your focal point to be astounding. As the wormholes, as you recall, there is one that is a key point, but there is also another for purposes of the sun that is extending this cyclic energy at this time. Allowing yourself to not needing to know, but with your partners, this will not be in triangular formation. We would like your astral bodies to be at the base, touching the ley line. You will see it as, and you will feel it as, almost crystalline, filled with energy and codes, your astral bodies will be able to receive this without harm and only benefit. Your partners will now, we'll say protrude. You will see it shoulder to shoulder, but extending out. You will see your astral body connected to the ley lines, and the wormholes are now going to be called. This is an interesting aspect, but as your partners are, one will land on your shoulder and the other will land on the shoulders of the other for your understanding.
Mhm.
One powerful point. The one at the top does have a unique, we'll say device for your understanding, but this is more of a detail. The wormholes are not necessarily able to move towards the sun or to your pinpoints, but these devices will be extracting this cyclic energy and also dispersing it. But this is the interesting point. The first juncture of our adventure, so to speak, will be allowing the cyclic energy of the wormholes to coalesce, almost joining them, but yet not physically, only energetically. This union will then connect to the sun, and then this will be harnessed to our vantage points, starting from the one that has the, we will say, device. So we shall begin. As you are connected to these points on the ley lines, begin to receive the crystalline and the unique energies and transferring that to your partners above. Feeling the energy flow through your energetic body and allowing it to be received to your partners. You are sourcing this and feeding that to them, so this will go through to the device, allowing this power to overtake you and your energetic body being the conduit for your partners. Extending them out and allowing this energy through you to them is enhancing the devices or the intentions, whatever you wish to prefer. And that is now being sent to the wormholes, north and south to one, east and west to the other, with that cyclic energy at the wormholes being extracted and also conjoined by these two wormholes, as you call them. Feel it extended out to your partners, allowing that to flow through north and south to one wormhole, east and west. The energies, are they coalescing? Apricornicus, can you see? Increase your intention slightly. More energy extracted from these vantage points and allowed to flow through. Okay, it's coalescing. Now in this one, shall we say, your north and south was directed at one wormhole and east and west on the other. Now you will all direct your devices and allow your energy to flow through again to your partners, and directing this to the coalesced energy between the two wormholes and directing this now to the sun. Letting it flow through you to your partners and allowing yourselves to support this, going through to where the energy is coalesced between the two wormholes and now is going to the sun. And now this energy that is cycling to the sun is going to now cycle to Gaia's ley lines, but also this is healing to the sun. allowing this energy from this cyclic time to be received in full measure to the sun, feeling it and allowing it, witnessing it. And now that the sun is receiving that in full measure, in the benefits that it is going to give to Gaia will be reverberating for some time, allowing this to be received and supporting the sun. Now allowing your focal point from, we shall say, a point of love, from your focal points on the ley lines, receiving this energy, sending out to your partners, but now directing your focal point to the sun, supporting that, not removing yourselves. Do not remove yourselves from your points, but allowing yourself to support this cyclic energy being received in the sun. And now Epicurnicus, who is at the top, shall we say, of Trinity's northern vantage point, will be dismounting Miss Trinity. And you in Fortuitous can handle. And Epicurnicus is now going to be distributing and further enhancing this. To be received at each point. So, for your understanding, as the sun receives and has received these blessings, now you will receive to be distributed as evenly as possible. Epicurnicus will be visiting each of you individually. And now you will distribute down. You were distributing up and out. Now, as it is received, it will be coming from the top, going down to the bottom, through you, into the, let's say, ionosphere, energy grid, whatever you would lay lines, whatever you would. You may feel a burst. And now that it is circulating, we will allow it to be reciprocal. It has been filtered through all of you and filtered through Gaia. It needs now to go back to the sun for that, shall we say, resonance. It's intense, I know. After Cortez, can we have an update? Okay. He is unconnecting, you would say, the wormholes, so the energy, the cyclic energy, can be returned to normal. And he is assessing. Any observations before we dismount? Very well. Epicurnicus says it appears to be well, and nothing further at this time. Let's venture back to the council chambers, please. dismounting, allowing yourselves to very well. There is no residue, as you would call it. You would not need to be concerned. It is only beneficial. We would never allow any energies of harmful nature. Your astral bodies did handle this quite well. Would there be any musings at this point? If not, no worries.
It is intense energy. That was incredible. Thank you.
I agree. I was part of this, and I agree. At one point, the vehicle was trembling. So, for your full understanding, this was derived from this cyclic. Tasha, for your understanding, these are as you go in phases and you receive certain energies in your realm. This is also in the cosmic realm and for Gaia. And as you know, there are cycles that you receive at the same time as Gaia, but there are some cycles you are not aware of. And this is one that is almost full cycle, I will say, but it is emanating from what you would perceive as wormholes, and we wanted to utilize this to re-attune or re-enhance and redistribute energies are beneficial to Gaia, and thus we needed to do this in this juncture. As this cyclic time is ending, these energies coalesced from the wormhole also now were distributed quite well to the sun directly and then back through all of us and through Gaia's field and then back to the sun. Beautiful. Very well.
Excuse me.
Thank you. If there are no further observations, we will agree to
adjourn. Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
I do want to share something. So I've been feeling and hearing and seeing, and it's in alignment with what we've just done. But hearing about a storm force and a wormhole in the middle of the ocean, and I believe a couple of months ago there was some energy that came through where there was that dust cloud of dust and energy from, I think it was Egypt. And so as we were doing that process, it felt like what I'd been hearing and been guided on. And it makes so much sense. And I kept hearing cyclical, the cycle is changing, like new energy and new growth and rebirth. So thank you. Thank you so much for that.
Your addendum is so appreciated. It is not an amendment. It added to so beautifully. Thank you, Miss Tasha.
Thank you.
Very well.
Thank you.
So, exiting the council chambers, going back down with the golden sphere, down, 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 down. Letting Gaia's, witnessing Gaia's essence exit. And sending her love as she does. And the golden sphere begins to shrink, get smaller. And her energy centers come back. And we get a shower of white light, separating us out, bringing our energy back, all separated out. And I'll stop recording.
Thank you. Wow. That energy.